Okay, so we are outside the Tower of here in Avernus. You were directed here by three bearded devils at the spawning trees, who you eventually murdered for their soul coins. But they told you that there was a very famous archmage here who might be able to help you find the Bleeding Citadel. The Bleeding Citadel, which is home to the Sword of Zariel, which, due to some visions, you've been led to believe is key to the salvation of freeing Elturel from the first level of hell. Um, the wizard Mordenkainen, after you killed all the Yugoloth fiends, who are neither demon nor devil, they're a third type. They were just kind of camped outside the tower, and waiting for the wizard to call upon them for some kind of service. They were basically petitioning to be in servitude of him because he pays well. A fight kind of broke out between some of the various bands of Yugoloths, and you sat and watched with amusement as they went back and forth, and eventually you decided to storm and kill the victors in the fight. um, and that frustrated Mordenkainen a little bit, but he directed you. He said there might be someone who can help you find this Bleeding Citadel. And they are over here on the left side of the map at a place simply called the Obelisk. So that is where Mordenkainen has directed you. As it turns out, you are close to the Demon Zapper, which Dagon's possessed shield, which has a devil trapped in it, exposed serious trepidation about getting close to the thing. But you know that what was it? Lulu had given you two potential starting points for chasing down the Bleeding Citadel, the spawning trees and the Demon Zapper. So you were thinking of checking that out, even though the shield doesn't want to really come within a couple hundred feet of it. And you, oh yeah, I can't forget, you have a guide with you, one of the bearded devils from the spawning trees. You had kind of rescued him. He was, his friends were picking on him. He has a brain injury. But he's been acting as your guide, helping you traverse the wastes. Enough of my rambling here. We'll turn the spotlight over to you guys for you to really, because we haven't played in a couple of weeks. If anyone needs any reminders of anything, now's the time to speak up and discuss your options in general about where you want to go. The Obelisk, the Demon Zapper. Hell, you could turn around and go to something else, but it is up to you. We are sandboxing this baby.
Had we decided to go to the Demon Zapper, leave the shield and the other guy in the vehicles and walk up?
I know
Is
you
that what
discussed that plan, but regardless of whether you made a final decision last week or not, it's up to you now to decide whether you want to or not.
I think that was what we decided on.
Yeah, I think it was.
Since we're here, we might as well do that, right? Any objections?
Nope.
Why not? Okay. So, your talking map, as you draw closer to the Demon Zapper, speaks up as it sometimes does as you approach a destination. And your map says the purest of souls lures fiends into a hellish trap. Zap, zap. But as you actually draw close enough to see this thing, you can see that there is radiant light cascading from this rusted metal monument shaped like the upraised mandibles of a giant beetle. the light is again cascading from this thing. It's got a 10-foot diameter sphere of magical force of some kind in the middle of it. Now you're still about 250 feet away from this thing, and both the shield and Crickendolt, for that matter, are starting to. Muriel, you too don't really feel great the closer you're getting to this thing, though it is drawing you at the same time like a moth to a flame.
I guess it's time for us to stop and unload.
Oh, I forgot something very important too. You can see up ahead, at a closer radius, that there's a ring of black ichor formed around this thing in something of a small and not very deep moat.
Okay. Is it like a circle around this thing?
Right.
All right, so that would, yeah, okay, we're going to stop before that. All right. So, Dagon, are you going in, or are you staying with the shield?
No, Dagon will stay with the shield and the guard and the guide.
Crickendolt.
The guide knows not. Yeah, he knows not to get close to it, right? Or is he? He should be aware of what it could do. Yeah.
Not exactly, but he seems, like the same way that a vampire might be very sensitive to bright light. He seems to, it seems to bother him a little extra, and Muriel as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Dagon will just stay back and guard the vehicle and
Right.
be with the guide. Yeah.
Muriel, are you staying behind since you're not feeling the best about this?
I guess. I mean, I don't think tieflings officially are actually fiends, but if she doesn't like it, she would stay back.
It's not as sensitive to you as it
Okay.
is to others. For you, it's more just akin to like it makes the hairs on your arms stand on end.
Oh, okay. Giving me the heebie-jeebies?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all. I mean, that's the limit of what it's doing, though.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like this place.
By the way, Muriel is a tiefling, if you don't remember.
How am I feeling?
Oh, as an Azamar,
Yeah.
I don't think it's bothering you at all. I think you
And
might even be drawn
not
to it.
for.
You might even
Oh,
like
okay.
grabbing on some suntan or lotion here and
I was about to say, I'm like, oh, home. Like,
right.
I remember this feeling.
Right.
I was wondering if maybe because I'm evil, I was feeling something because of that.
So this sphere of magical force that is suspended between the spines that are sticking up, it's a height of about 50 feet off the ground.
You know, I'm almost tempted to stay outside the circle and try to shoot it with an arrow.
Shoot the tower with the arrow with arrows.
Shoot the energy sphere from outside the sphere.
Yeah, you
Big-
can do that. See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
what's the worst?
Do you guys know what a lemure is?
It's a type of demon, isn't it?
It is. Let me see if I can find a handout. It is a very lowly form of demon. And across from you, on the other side of the demon zapper, a couple hundred feet from your present foot placement, is one of these lemurs wandering the plains of hell, and it is starting to draw close to the black circle of demon ichor that is pooled on the ground around it at about a distance of about 100 feet. So unless you intervene, you're going to watch him get close enough, and it'll give you an idea of what happens. Anybody want to do anything to dissuade this thing from walking in? Or
No,
We
I'm
don't
just going to
know.
closely watch it to see what happens.
all right.
Me personally, I don't see others.
This is not an intelligent demon for sure. It is just wandering. But as soon as it crosses or approaches really that line of ichor on the ground, the sphere. Let's see, where is it here? Discharges a beam of radiance that forms a line 5 foot wide and 100 foot long out to the fiend, and it disintegrates into a pile of ash and just collapses, the parts of it that didn't turn to ash pool into the ichor around the demon zapper. You also got a glimpse of this sphere. Some of the magical energy that was swirling around it had displaced when it discharged, and you can see a horse-like creature trapped inside this 10-foot diameter sphere.
Makes me even want to shoot the sphere more.
It looked like that.
Ooh, unicorn.
How long is the unicorn visible after the shot?
So the energy starts building up again after it discharged, and it took about a minute for the sphere to become completely opaque again, and you assumed that the thing has recharged. Took about a minute.
So how far would you say we are from it right now?
You how close are you to the ichor are you? Are you right there so you can investigate it or even sample some? The stuff can be sold and used in infernal war machines.
Would you say within 120 feet?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
That's with the narrow range, right?
Say again.
Yeah, that's well within my range.
All right. So you target the sphere or the spines?
The sphere itself first.
All right.
Trying to shoot the edge of it so I don't hit the unicorn inside.
Sure, a glancing blow. I'm just making sure before I speak.
It is magical.
Right. Okay. So it deflects off the spear and doesn't cause any apparent damage.
Okay. You guys want to go in closer and check this out?
I will be in the rear, but yes.
Can I get over the ichor without touching it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly move forward, checking everything as I go forward.
Okay. You don't seem to have any of the trepidation that your more fiendishly inclined companions do. It
I
is.
want to get close enough to see if I can see any writing or anything on the stuff.
Yeah, it's a rusted metal structure that the spines are made out of. But you don't see anything like writing or sigils or runes or anything like that.
How strong do the spines look?
You want to do an investigation, get a little handsy with them, or you want to do a perception with your eyes only?
I will start with a not a good perception.
It is. It looks like rusted metal, and generally, I mean, you could say stuff that is magical. A lot of times is immune to rust.
Very true. You guys got any thoughts?
Got a quiet group tonight.
Fancy wants to capture the unicorn.
To capture or release?
Well, release and then have it be my horse. Fancy says.
Go full legend and kill the unicorn.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna take a quick shot at one of the spines to see how strong it is.
Okay. You can have advantage on that because it's an immobile object. But 18 does it. So you blast off a chunk of rusted metal. You've damaged it. It seems like it would take a lot more damage to really structurally weaken it. But small sample size says you can hurt this thing.
Should we move back outside the sphere and sniper it out? What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
An abundance of caution from the group, I see.
All right, I'm going to stand outside the circle and sniper it until it breaks.
Can you push it over? Can you get that close? And
I wasn't. We could do that. I just wasn't taking the chance of touching it.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, I almost forgot. There is a consequence to damaging it. So, as soon as you damaged it the first time, so I'll retcon that right now from a minute ago.
Okay.
Rising up out of the ground is a creature that looks something like this.
They're the best friends.
So, this thing rises up from the ground, and it looks at you, and it puts its hand out. And then he points to his tongue, and he points to his ears, and he kind of gestures magic fingers.
That doesn't sound good.
magic fingers.
And
Is
again,
there
he
any-
points to his mouth, and then he points to his ear. He's trying
All right,
he's trying to seemingly put you at ease for what he's about to do.
How far from me is he?
About to do.
You came inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna back out as he's
As
if
he
he's
came
done.
up, he's about 15, 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna back away as much as I can
Go out
before
of
he does
conversation.
anything.
Okay. Okay. All right. So he starts casting a spell.
We can see this happening, right? That this figure appeared.
Yep.
Okay. With that being said, let's see.
They'll start casting. I'm gonna fire. How about you guys?
Well, I was gonna just try and is it within 30 feet of me? If I'm standing on the outside of the spear?
Did you go in with Kael to investigate the structure more closely, or did you stay outside of the ring?
I was staying outside of the ring because
So
I kind of was like,
the
I
ring
don't know.
is at 100-foot distance. So.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, because I didn't stay back with the vehicles. I went with the group up, but I.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That case, I can't use my telepathic speech and try and be like, "Hi, what are you doing?"
Unless you approach closer.
Salim is evil, so I don't know if he has Kael's best interest at heart. I don't know if he wants to stand back and watch, or maybe just be like,
Doesn't want to risk his own neck.
risk his own neck. It's kind of like torn. He's like, should I just like watch from here, or? I don't think he sees the benefit of getting closer, but I think he'll at least prepare a spell if he sees something bad going on.
All right. Why don't we roll for initiative? Let me get us on a place where we can do that. I'll throw us on a random battle map. I don't really have you guys in any specific order or whatever, but oh, we got Lulu too. We can't forget. Oh, Lulu's always with you.
So I would be starting about that close to it.
I think that sounds about right.
Should I roll too, or no? Since I'm back.
Yeah, we can do everybody because everybody can at least see. You could take a shot from 200. If you had a longbow, it wouldn't even be that hard.
Fancy can. Fancy can.
Because I had said that I stayed back too, so I'll go over here with Dagon.
We're just watching off in the back.
All right, who are we missing? Missing what? Fancy?
Yeah, I was deep in thought. Hold on.
Very good. All right, I think that's everybody. Let's give it a... Oh, I guess I should do Lulu. It's not going to matter, but here we go. There's Lulu to make it official. All right. So, Muriel, you see that the creature that emerged from the ground, that looks like a big genie, is casting a spell, and you guys are interpreting that as a hostile act. What do you want to do about it?
Okay. So how far away am I if I had stayed back?
If you stayed with the vehicles, or if you stayed outside the Iker perimeter?
Outside the moat.
That would put you at 100 feet away.
Okay. Okay, I guess Muriel would just hold a short bow shot.
Okay.
Because she doesn't know that this is a bad guy yet. So if it actually attacks someone in the party, then she'll shoot it.
Very good. What about Celine?
So I'm 100 feet away, so I think I'll begin to walk up,
Okay.
and still very cautiously. I'm not going to necessarily... Am I technically now within 25, or do I have the theater of the mind and say that's actually 70 feet?
Well, you can move 30 in one round, so if you were outside
Yeah.
the Iker, now, yeah, with one movement, you're about 70 feet away, right?
Okay. Yeah, I still can't do that 1 feet that I have, so let me see if I can... Okay, detect thoughts is not gonna help. I guess I'll call out, but
Detect thoughts
and
very well could interpret his intent.
Oh.
Or its intent, I should say.
right, but let me... Oh, it's 60 feet. Fuck. Still outside range. God damn it. All right. Let me see. Careful, heightened, transmuted, twinned. Fuck. Okay. Nope. Well, I'm gonna call out and just be like, what's going on in there? Is everything cool? Like, Salim has no idea what's going on.
In common?
Yeah, in common. Let's go with that. I'm talking to Kyle.
All right, now the Tao is in the midst of spellcasting. It doesn't it doesn't stop its spellcasting to acknowledge what you said, like it was concentrating, but you don't know whether that's because she doesn't understand you or she's just casting its spell.
I am looking to Kyle. If he says shit is going down, I might jump in and just say, fuck it, okay, I'll help you.
All right, you want to hold it for now or let fly?
I'm holding it for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Owl, I think I know what you're going to do.
I'm not sure yet.
Maybe I'm...
It's to the mouth. I don't know if he's going to cast a language spell. I'm gonna have the owl move back to the outside of the circle. Because he has 60 foot of movement, so he should be able to get outside the circle.
Okay.
Kyle's gonna, since I have a long range, Kyle's next, I think, right?
No, Kyle got a 9. He's
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, now we got Dagon, who might be with the vehicles.
I'm at that line with
At the line, okay.
with the I'm just gonna hold an action until something happens.
All right.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, Lulu is holding Kyle.
I am going to ready a shot,
But not...
and I
Okay.
am going to back up. I'm not going to be able to get outside the edge of the circle, though, right?
Right.
I'm going to get as close as
like 50 feet.
I'm moving as close as I can to the circle, outside of it.
All right. Marcus?
I think I'm just gonna ready.
Okay, thank you. Oh, the creature casts the spell, and then I said, thank you for not firing. I don't speak your language. I had to cast tongues so that you would understand me, and that I could understand you. My name is Ralzala. I have been pledged to defend the Demon Zapper. If you help me break my pact. It actually calls it a her. So, okay. So she says that she wants help to break her pact with Zariel that binds her to the servitude of defending this demon zapper. She wants out of the deal, and she says that that if you are opposing Zariel too, I can provide you contact with someone very powerful who could help you in that fight. It's actually who ruled Avernus before Zariel took over, a demon named Bel. And I can make introductions for you to see Bel. But first, you must help me break this oath, this pact which binds me here. I was tricked by language, and my servitude is practically indefinite, as there are so many clauses with which Zariel can keep extending it. I want out of this deal. I want to return to my home plane. I am not a fiend. I am an elemental, and I belong in the inner planes, not the planes of Avernus.
And how would we help you break this pact?
I'm not sure. But
Well,
if I was able to leave this place, which I am not, I would go see an oracle I know of that goes by the name of Red Ruth. Surely Red Ruth can divine a solution to this problem. I would go myself, but again, naturally, I can't leave. So I would need you to go in my stead.
Travel to a different plane.
Red Ruth lives in a corrupted forest nearby, and I can give you directions to get there. It's a place called the Bone Brambles. And let's drop you back over here for a second, or more than that. The Bone Brambles you see over here on the left side of the screen over here. That is the home of Red Ruth, who can divine a solution to Raul Zala's pact, which binds her to the demon zapper. This is your dungeon master speaking, no longer Rosala, but this is the beginning of the path of demons, which would take you through a whole series of sites, similar but different from the path of devils, which you'll see that some of the locations are in black text. That means it's Path of Devils. The ones in red text are Path of Demons.
And is there any advantage or to doing both, or?
I mean, meta speaking, I know when I play a game, I like to explore all the shit it has available.
I do too, but I was just.
But at the same time, no. I mean, you could go as far down one path or not down another path as you wanted. Either path will take you to a place where you. I mean, not to give you spoilers.
Yeah, when you call it a path, I took it as there's two ways to do it.
Right. But I'm playing it more sandboxy because I'm not gonna, if we strictly did that, then that eliminates half the locations on the map, and there's fun shit in there. So
I like being thorough.
Right.
Okay.
But
I also offer another way to break her pact.
Oh yeah, dude. How?
Don't elementals get sent home if they get killed?
If the Tao dies, its body disintegrates into crystalline powder, leaving behind only equipment that the Tao was wearing or carrying.
What about banishment? This is probably not the way we're supposed to do this.
I was supposed to say, I mean, Saleem here's Oracle, he's interested. Anything magical, he's like, oh, I want to
Okay.
fucking go. That sounds cool.
All right. So now we have the obelisk or
The bone rambles.
bone removal. You guys want to do the closer one, or do you want to go to the obelisk like we had planned?
I guess the closest one. No?
Okay. No, that works for me. That's why I was.
It's
'Cause the
18 miles versus 20 miles. It's
Yeah.
not like it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also, again, do see occasionally on the horizon signs of infernal war machines, the warlords of Avernus tearing ass across the plains. You always could, you know, that Smiler the Defiler, that elf you ran into. He was keen on getting revenge against those warlords for they all ganged up on him and destroyed him and his group.
Yeah, but I don't want to share things with them.
Oh, and well, we can get into that when you start traveling, I guess. Okay, I won't say too much.
Or do we want to go one red, one black as we go on now, from now on? Actually, since it's the same distance, why don't we just go with the obelisk like we had planned originally? And then we'll hit the whatever comes next.
All right, cool. So let me quickly review my navigating thing here. Charting a course, all right. So when charting a course through Avernus, the character who's overseeing navigation will roll 2 dice. It doesn't really matter. It's not based on your skills. It's based on whether or not you're going to a destination marked on the map, whether you visited previously, or whether you have a native guide. So I guess I'll just roll because you have a native guide. It's rolling 2d10. All right. Something bad happens if the numbers both match. In this case, they didn't. So I shouldn't even say something bad happens. You just wind up someplace off course. But that doesn't happen this time. You are making your way toward the obelisk, and
How many hours, Dan? Roughly. I got to mark off hours on the machines.
so let's extrapolate. It's like you just traveled 4 miles. So how fast is an infernal war machine in miles per hour?
That's a good question.
Let's see if I can. 5e infernal war machines mph.
They probably do it in kilometers.
We come up with 11 miles or 22 miles an hour. I'm going to go just with a quick. Assuming your top speed is limited to 4 miles per hour, with forge mass speed, the vehicles could traverse 96 miles per hour.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here.
They are big machines.
All right. Oh, 96 miles in a 24-hour period.
Okay.
All right, so 96 divided by 24 is 4. All right, 4 mph. That doesn't sound right, does it? These things are faster than that. I'll just have to make a say it doesn't take you more than an hour.
Okay.
But
It goes 40 miles an hour.
oh, you found it? 40? That sounds reasonable. That's like fast without being like stupid.
Oh, to go 96 miles.
40 sounds good. I could live with 40.
All right. So
But I guess the thing
I'll
is
take it.
that
It's take an hour off each one of that.
sometimes
Sometimes.
you have to drive around stuff and up and down, and you get, so there's a lot of detail that the map doesn't show. It's not necessarily just a flat plain of sand. There's hills and dunes and valleys and crevices and things like that, which could slow down your movement. Okay, so anyway, where was I? Let's see. All right, there's no text introducing this. All right. So as you are traveling up ahead, you can see that there is a band of large, very large infernal war machines that has parked itself into a horseshoe shape, and within this semicircle, there are tents and booths and things that the map speaks up at this point and says, Mahadi's Wandering Emporium has a knack for showing up when you least expect it. And it is what looks to be a traveling bazaar with a menagerie of merchants, artisans, and others plying their respective trades and selling their wares. You can see this haven, if you want to call it that, up ahead in the distance. Do you want to approach it or bypass it?
I think we should
Fancy,
approach
like,
it.
shopping.
Approach it, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just going over it here. I read all this earlier today, so okay, here we go. This was the text I was looking for. A collection of brightly colored tents stands clustered together, creating an oasis of comfort amid the dread landscape of Avernus. Huge infernal war machines form a horseshoe about the tents, with curtains made of small rectangular iron plates and lamps dangling from chains strung between them. Soft, lilting music and wondrous smells drift across the hot winds, inviting a closer look. That wasn't too bad. I did that pretty spot on from memory. Thank you very much. So this Wandering Emporium is a haven for all who entered, and is considered neutral ground for those that might otherwise initiate a conflict. A sign posted at the entrance, strangely understandable in all languages, simply states, all are welcome here, no fighting, no spellcasting, no exceptions. And you are greeted by a fella, let me see, here it is. I like dark mode generally, but sometimes they don't change the text, and you have to read black text on a dark gray background. It is not pleasant. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's happened every now and again. So I don't have. Well, there's no handout for Mahadi. Let me look real quick.
I'm debating if I should walk in there. No magic, no fighting. That's kind of dangerous.
That's kind of fancy thing. If it's like just like a party atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't have a handout for it, but you know what I do have, I think? I think I have a token, maybe. Maybe not. Alright, so, where's his description? Mahadi is a charismatic and gracious host. And he welcomes you to his emporium, and All right. If I show you this, you see the picture at the top, right?
See the guy standing there.
Right. That's Mahadi. Okay.
Okay.
And then you can't see any of the text because the text is all GM notes. So, okay. All right. So there's a look at the guy. Again, a very gracious, welcoming, friendly fella. He says to visit his spa and restaurant, the Infernal Rapture. He says resides in a demiplane so that you can escape the trials of Avernus for a time, while you are fed and pampered upon by the many luxuries we have to offer.
If we stayed here 24 hours, would it fix their alignment?
I think it's already become permanent, hasn't it? For
I
some
was
Oh,
about to
but
say, I've been keeping track, and it's been over a day. So, unless something else happens, we ran out a while ago on that.
Okay.
Now Lulu leans into, I guess, who has she been closest with? I don't know. We'll just say randomly Marcus. Lulu says that the sights and sounds and smells are dimly familiar to her, and that Mahadi seems more familiar than anything else, but she can't remember why. You want to make a perception check?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, let me switch back here so I can say. Okay, so you can see that Mahadi has a special interest in Lulu, like he's looking at her quizzically. And before anyone else has a chance to say anything, Mahadi says that you don't remember me, do you, Lulu? And Lulu says something's tickling at her memory, but she can't remember why. Mahadi explains, well, there was a time where we sheltered you for a while when you became lost in Avernus. And then one day you left without a trace, and I'd been wondering whatever happened of you since. It is good to see you in good health. It is sad that you don't remember me better. Have you tried any manner of healing to restore your lost memory? And Lulu recounts that things have been coming back to her slowly, but that's it. And Mahadi says, "Well, that's a shame. I hope in time your memory is fully restored. But in the meantime, please, all of you, make yourselves comfortable. Conduct your business, and again, I implore you to come to the Infernal Rapture. Let me see here. I'm just looking to confirm the cost. A full meal costs 1 soul coin, and unlike the food consumed elsewhere in Avernus, the food at the Infernal Rapture tastes delicious. Special food requests can be filled, but you have to give us some time to procure the ingredients, and it can be costly. If you have any exotic requests.
I don't think we have exotic requests.
Now, is that like 1 soul coin for the whole group, or?
Yeah, let's call that a full meal. A full meal for all of you is 1 soul coin.
Not too bad.
Yeah, let me see what I
I guess
can give you about this, because I have some text here where it's not going to hurt to give you a look at. I'm just making sure there's no spoilers in this thing. All right, yeah, let's give you this in the Discord chat. It's a little TLDR, but to sum it up, it's a demi-plane. The servants are happy and excellent at what they do. It costs a soul coin. You get the benefit of a Hero's Feast spell, which has that's a 6th level conjuration spell. So that's nothing to shake a stick at. If any of you want to look up what that is. There's spa services in addition to the dining services. But other businesses that do exist here at the Wandering Emporium. There is an establishment run by 3 salamanders called the Fire Snake Forge. There is a cheerful, well-kept Kalashite woman named Bernie who provides barber services, even in including medical attention for those with injuries or ailments. And then there's a place called From Here to Avernus, which is a courier and messaging service. And then there is a place called Ikers Away, which collects and sells flasks of demon ichor. Oh, and lastly, there is a bitter old hobgoblin warlord who buys and sells larvae. I'm trying to before they're I don't know what they're larvae for, though. What do they turn into when they grow up? I don't know. But the guy running the place is again this bitter old hobgoblin warlord. The Ikers Away is run by a human mage. From Here to Avernus was a lower devil and some imps, and then again I told you the woman was the barber and the Fire Snake Forge. So let me try to sum those up for you.
Does Ikers Away sell empty flasks?
Sure, yeah, he can do that.
Because there's the Iker, but we don't have anything to hold it, right?
Right. So I would say it sells for the same price as a flask listed in the player's handbook, but at 150% markup.
And how much does he buy the Iker for?
Let me see. I'm just trying to summarize the businesses because I know that I kind of hit you with a lot there. From Here to Avernus. Ikers Away. Zenith's Larva Farm. All right, I think that's all 5 of the tents, and then of course the Infernal Rapture.
Fancy has a move whenever you guys are.
I think we should get a larva and keep it until we find out what it turns into.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Like a caterpillar.
Or something much more gruesome. Either way, it'll be fun.
So, is there anywhere that sells like just magic items?
So, Mahadi says that he does have the power to make deals at the direction and with the authority of Asmodeus himself. Did we decide that we were going with Asmodeus or Asmodeus? I don't remember.
I just go whatever mood I feel like saying it at the time.
Alternate, right? So he says that in exchange for a standard soul contract, he would be able to gift you with a very special item.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's do it.
Now he says a standard soul contract works as thus. The contract stipulates that you give up your soul forever. But after you sign the contract, you have until you reach 17th level. After level 17 has been achieved, if at any point you die, the death is permanent, with no chance to return from the grave. Asmodeus takes your soul and makes you into a pit fiend in his service for eternity. That is a standard soul contract. As you can see, it has a price to pay later, but not so much to worry about in the short term. And Mahadi even explains one of the biggest misconceptions of the Hells is that people come here to be punished. And that's not the case. The fact is, your lives are the minor leagues. And if you live to a certain code, you get promoted to the big leagues when you die. And you can continue doing what you were so good at doing when you were alive. You would come back as a pit fiend, one of the most powerful demons there is. You would have a lot more demons answering to you in number than you would have superiors above you. Pit fiends are pretty high up there. So that is a standard soul contract.
Not ideal.
That's a hell of an item, though, isn't it?
Right.
It's a good gem, I guarantee.
He said also, just for future reference, a standard soul contract could also get you a resurrection on a deceased member of your party should they succumb to the trials of Avernus. But they also can give you a transformation into a tiefling with a direct infernal bloodline to Asmodeus. So anybody who wants to switch their race or species to tiefling is able to do that again with a standard contract. That seems a little steep when you could just create a new character with that as a tiefling.
I was just gonna say, I turned to Muriel and I'm like, It's like, I don't say it out loud, but I'm giving you a very clear, are you related to Asmodeus look? Now that he says it, he's like, wait a minute, you're a tiefling. Do you know who you're related to?
No, of course not. Don't be silly.
That sounds amazing.
Pit Fiend. I mean, what's that? Challenge rating 2022? They're up there.
And that's at level 17.
Yep. At 17th level. And it doesn't even happen just because you turn 17th level. It's just after you turn 17th level, when you die, you become a pit fiend. So if you keep kicking ass and keep going all the way up to what the max level is 20. No reason you couldn't still have a level 20 character. Our campaign is obviously not going to go that far, so it's kind of academic. But the idea being that if you were trying to play to 20th level, this pact doesn't mean you're dead when you're 17th level. It just means when you die at this point, you can't resurrect your character.
How many resurrections do we get with the contract? Just one?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's not like it's unlimited. I'm very tempted. Does anybody want that rod of Lordly Might?
Doesn't really fit my. Now, for the Topaz Annihilator, that'd be a different story.
Yeah, I'm kind of following the book's lead on this one, and it didn't say any magic item. It says that he can offer the following in exchange for a soul contract, and it said the Rod of Lordly Might.
Oh no, that thing I said wouldn't even be in this game. It's a firearm.
Oh, I gotcha.
I read that the other day. It was kind of funny.
You know what? I think I will. With my soul, though, I don't know if Dagon would give up the soul, sign a soul contract.
Yeah, but he's lawful evil now, isn't he?
Oh, this is true.
You see a familiar face here at the Wandering Emporium too. Smiler the Defiler is actually present too. Looks like he's getting ready to enter the Infernal Rapture. He's got his Devil's Ride parked outside.
So there's no fighting or spell use here. So if you jumped, if he left it sitting there, if you jumped in and drove away with it, he wouldn't be able to attack you, right?
I mean, ignorance of the law is not an excuse for breaking it. So we're just going to say that even though it wasn't on the sign of no-nos, that taking stuff that's not yours is frowned upon, and Mahadi might intercede. I don't think he would feel too bad. Like, did I really need to put a sign for that? By the way, here's this deed that I have.
You know what? I will take that rod.
You will.
Sign that contract in.
Oh, wow.
So he is giving up his soul for another time. Is that nice?
You ain't going to pay the penalty in this game. You're going to retire your character long before it happens.
Wait, what is a... Dagon's a paladin, right?
You're like
He's
Captain.
he's succumbed to the lawful evil nature of Avernus, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is your oath to?
I just that it was to the war, the
The what?
god of war.
Oh, god of war. Right. So being evil
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily run afoul of a god of war.
Yeah, but giving up its soul. But that's not nothing to worry about right now.
Right.
Yeah, it's only if I do.
So you got again the Fire Snake Forge. What do they have? They have. So they. It says they operate Mahadi's infernal war machines while also crafting wares. From time to time, Mahadi wares to send to visitors. The salamander. Okay. They have all metal armor and weapons listed in Chapter 5 of the Player's Handbook. Available at the shop for 150% markup. They can also repair damaged infernal war machines at a cost of 50 gold per hit point restored. I don't know that the war machines really took any serious damage. Let me go back and look. They do have hit point totals. And unless we reset them, they're all at full hit points, so you don't got to worry about that. Any things you want to delight in here, or NPCs you want to talk to before you move on toward the obelisk?
It'd be cool to go to the spa, but I don't know if we want to spend our money on that.
You got a decent amount of soul coins at this point, right?
I mean, that Hale's Feast is pretty nice.
Okay with doing either or. But
Yes,
I
he
was
has
going
a-
to. Sorry, I was just trying to say they don't sell any kind of magical items here, right?
It doesn't say. The only magical item it directly mentions is that thing. But it doesn't mean that Mahadi couldn't procure something.
Like, there's nothing in particular. I just wanted to see if they had any
Right.
cool stuff for me since I'm a sorcerer. I don't really do weapons. Bad.
Gotcha.
Do you guys want to do the meal and get the effect for the next 24 hours?
Yeah.
I mean, become immune to poisoning and fright. An advantage on all wisdom saving throws, plus 2d10 hit points.
I'm going to just fill my cup. I'll be right back.
Nancy wants to go to the barber and get a haircut.
I'll be right back.
So the plan is, Fancy goes, gets a haircut with the barber, basically charms the barber, and the barber tells him everything he knows.
What type of haircut is Fancy gonna get?
A blowout. I mean, it could be useless, but there's a barber there. Maybe the barber knows something.
Barbers know everything, right? You get all the lowdown.
That's what I was thinking. They're always,
All right, what did I miss?
So did you hear, like, Fancy wants to go to the barber shop and schmooze and get a haircut and then charm them, basically, and find out all the information they know. Would it be a waste of time, or does the barber have important information?
Bernie, she charges 1 gold for each service involving grooming. She can also provide a small amount of magical healing for special customers, she says. And
Okay. Well, can I get a haircut?
absolutely, and she gestures you over to her chair, and she gives you the full treatment. Nice hot towels and whatnot. And while she works, she tells all manner of stories. Most of them with a moral at the end, but not all of them. And she's just a chatty, pleasant barber.
Does it seem like she might know something that she's holding back?
No. Well,
The whole point would be Fancy's trying to get information out of her.
right. Yeah, I don't think she's holding anything back. There's nothing you can really discern that's
Okay.
that's different about her.
All right. And thanks for the blowout. That was great. And and Fancy says, "Allow me to play you a little song with his flute."
Oh, Bernie is delighted and
Very nice.
dances a little jig. Interesting thing, though. Once you've taken a few steps away from her, you don't notice this, Fancy, but your other party members do. That you asked Fancy, "So how was your haircut?" or something along to that line, and Fancy says, "What are you talking about?" He doesn't have any memory of interacting with Bernie.
Oh,
Interesting.
That's weird.
I mean, does he have the blowout, or does it look like his hair is done?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, somebody did your hair.
Right.
Fancy's hair is done.
It is. It is.
He got his hair did. So, how would Fancy react to that?
Oh, it's very fancy.
I
He
mean,
has no
Fancy's like, I probably just did this by myself in my sleep.
My hair's naturally curly. Yes, Fancy smells like a perm. Does anybody do that anymore?
But
Perms?
Still a
perms?
thing.
Is
They
this-
are. They just look different than what
Yeah.
you expect.
Oh.
They're not the same firms from the 80s.
Like they're styled in a way that it kind of works better.
Right.
You mean you don't have the 2-day frizz head anymore?
I just
Personally
remember
on
the
them,
smell.
I
but
feel like I got transported back to 1986.
All right. So any other business that you want to do here at the Emporium, or you want to just move on?
We were going to do the dinner and then move on, right?
Yeah, I definitely think
I
we
think
should
so,
do dinner at Paris Feast.
Yeah.
We were going to do the Heroes Feast.
Okay.
Were you guys interested in collecting the ichor and trying to sell it, or no?
I have a feeling we're going to run into it a bunch of times, right?
More ichor?
Yeah, we can collect it when we run into it.
Yeah, so should we get a couple empty flasks?
Sure.
So he hands you the menus, which are in Infernal. Do any of you speak Infernal?
I do.
I do.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Then you get the translated version.
Mm. Delicious.
Can you translate that to Elvish or Dwarven for Fancy?
I can't.
I can't do either of those languages. I'll just explain it in common, but in a very, very snobby way of like, oh, they have this, and you know, like, oh, unless they cook this right, then I don't know how well that's gonna taste.
Giant space hamster.
What?
Oh dear.
Miniature giant space hamster.
I'll skip the hamster.
Coffee sounds good.
I'll just have a coffee, thanks.
Exactly.
I mean, I feel like I got to go with the hamster too. You know,
Oh, you're going to eat the hamster. I think Muriel was leaving
I'm
the
avoiding the
restaurant, the
hamster.
rest of the hamster.
Roasted
Oh,
wereboar.
Fancy wasn't gonna eat the hamster.
I'll eat the werebore.
Right.
Sturge. I've heard
sounds-
that, but I
That
don't.
sounds good.
Yeah, they're those little, like, things that's a hybrid between a mosquito and a hummingbird kind of thing.
God,
Yeah, they drink
as a
blood.
slider. Oh my god.
It's just another bird. Tastes like chicken.
Right. There are abyssal chickens that could be had for the menu.
Also true, yeah.
You drove through a flock of them, I think.
So the sweet apple tart looks good. The thing that concerns me is it says celestial caramel drizzle. That is the part that makes me kind of go, what do they mean by celestial?
I squeezed a celestial really hard.
Right. You know, they just grate a little angel elbow on.
Yeah, that's how they did it.
That was a good movie. It was a weird movie. It was a good movie. What was it called? The meal?
The menu.
The menu. That's right.
Menu?
Hey, you know what? Voldemort's got range. I don't know what to tell you.
He does. Rafe. All right. Any other Well, you all get the benefit of a hero's feast, which, for those of you who didn't look it up, I'll recite the spell here for you. So, a creature that partakes of the feast is cured of all diseases and poison and becomes immune to poison and being frightened. And it makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum is also increased by 2d10. And it
Yeah,
gains
that's
the
what it
same
is.
number of hit points. And all of these benefits last for 24 hours.
Where we get temporary hit points.
Not temp hit points. Your
You
hit
need
point
hit
max is increased.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you get those hit points, and you can have temp hit points on top of that.
So who's going to roll that? Do
So
we
you
each roll,
add 20 hit
or
points?
Here, you know,
2d10.
why don't we say Mahadi would insist on nothing but the finest, and therefore I'm going to max out and make that 2d10 an automatic 20,
Ooh.
Wow.
because Mahadi would settle for nothing less than the absolute best for his guests. And you did pay a soul coin for this benefit, so it's a nice. It's going to add to Mahadi's collection.
Fancy says he'll headline Mahadi's next show. Free of charge.
Specialty services include dream therapy, whole body restoration, longevity therapy, as well as a host of services for every appetite, both wholesome and degenerate. I kind of picture that like Quark's bar with the hollow sweets. If anyone remembers Deep Space Nine from 30 years
I remember that.
Oh, I just finished watching it a month ago. I rewatch it almost every year. It's one of my favorites.
when Star Trek was at its height in the late 90s, mid-90s. Mid-90s, I guess.
You know they're remaking it.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
They're remaking everything.
it's from the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
Right? Nostalgia is big business. All right. So it takes what it said. It takes an hour to eat this feast. So the hour is up. Your tab has come. Do you want to leave a tip, or just the one soul coin for the group?
As long as the tip isn't a soul coin.
Yeah, you could always do gold or whatever.
Let's see. Yeah, we give him a gold.
A gold. Very nice.
A gold.
An extra bloom from.
Is that like leaving a penny?
Right? Here's $1.
Wait a second now. Gold in D&D is a lot of money for commoners.
It's just not the preferred currency in hell. They prefer American Express.
Like when you get to a place and you see the tipping console and the lowest percentage is 22%. You're like,
what the hell?
What the hell? Where am I?
Or I like it, with Domino's. It's like end up ordering pizza for 3 people, and it comes to like $50, and it's like I want to give them like a $4. Or no, the Chinese food that we got the other day. Oh my God! So the auto tip calculator was like $30. Like, no, my man's gonna get $7. All right, that's a nice tip for Chinese food delivery. But just because I bought $100 worth of Chinese food does not mean he's getting a $20 tip.
Oh yeah, my dad made fun of me the other day because he's like, "Oh, did you tip the driver?" And this place is literally right around the corner from us. It's literally like a 3-5 minute drive. I'm like, "Yeah, $5." And he goes, "Cheap." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "It's literally like not even a." I'm like, "It's under a mile." Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I could walk there and back in 10 minutes. I was like, "What do you mean $5 is cheap?"
No, delivery guy gets $5. You know, and that's if it's, you know, whether I spent, you know, $10 on food or whether I spent $100 on food. So he gets it, you know, it works with them on small. Anyway, I'm digressing here. What are we talking
Drove
about?
the same distance either way, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Okay, so we are all done with the feast. You all have all your benefits from the feast. All kind of. I think we'll have to remember hard that you're immune to poison, frightened, and you make all wisdom saves with advantage. The hit points are easy because you just put that on your character and you can forget about it. It's the other stuff we'll have to remember. But
you can custom do it temporarily. I did that.
right. Okay, so moving on. Moving on. All right. You leave the Wandering Emporium after, we'll say, a few hours there. You never have to worry about the sun going down because there is no sun. The sky is always the same rusty red color. And you are traversing. And let's say. So you get up here. And you are heading towards this bridge over this pit to get to the obelisk. But there are... Let me get my notes. Here it is. There is a demon grinder, a tormentor, and 3 of the devil's rides, the motorbikes, parked right there, kind of blocking the bridge, and with them are a score, or maybe not a score, but the demon grinder seats how many? I gotta look it up. Machines, the demon grinder and the tormentor. Okay, so the demon grinder has 8, the tormentor has 4, and then the 3 motorbikes are 1 each. So that's how many, 8, 4, and 3, so 15. A collection of 15 bearded and barbed devils are standing around these vehicles. They are blocking your path. And as you begin to approach, I just want to look up. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so there is a chain devil that seems to be leading these guys. They have flags coming off of these vehicles that is a number 8 made out of iron chain on a crimson field, and the chain devil steps forward in front of all the other bearded and barbed devils that there are. He's clearly the leader here, and he has held his hand out in front of you, blocking your path. How close do you want to get?
Do you guys want to get close so if it goes to combat, we're fighting them and not the machines?
Probably, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to get with like 100 feet, 50 feet?
I mean, why don't we just keep driving towards them, but yell out to them and be like, "Hey guys, you're kind of in our way. You mind moving?" So like we're just being casual and friendly.
Casual and friendly is what we do.
That's right.
just trying to get a fix on exactly how many of what there are here. So there's a chain devil. There's 2 bearded devils. There's 4 barbed devils. And 8 bearded devils. That's a lot of devils.
That's 15 of them?
1, 2, 3, 7, 15, 18. Oh, no.
18.
Excuse me. 15. 15 on 5 different vehicles. 3 motorcycles, a dune buggy, and a big demon grinder. This chain devil at the front shouts out if you are within hearing distance. If you get that close, you can hear him say something about a toll. It's across this bridge in the name of the 8th Remnant.
Do we know what that is?
You would have to ask, I guess.
Okay. In the name of the what? I don't know what that is.
So, the Chain Devil says, you're speaking to the former commander of the 8th Infantry Legion. We blamed our inept superiors for our defeat, and we gathered the surviving members of the Legion and formed the 8th Remnant, a marauding band of devils no longer beholden to the infernal hierarchy. You don't have any demons among you, do you?
No.
No demons here.
Would you submit to an inspection?
Only if you'll take an arrow off the ass.
Oh, I can't think that's a no.
What would an inspection entail? Blah, 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 I can't talk.
Looking for any demonic artifacts.
Yeah, we can't do that because we already have a demon with us, so we can't allow it for that. And I would imagine...
What, Crickendall?
Yeah.
He's a devil.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as far as Salim knows, he doesn't know anything suspicious. He's like, yeah, we don't have anything. So he's like, fine, get it over with.
Is Dagon's shield gonna trick this off?
Yeah, what's my shield saying?
They're looking for what type of artifacts?
I think your shield contains a devil.
Not a demon, right?
I'm pretty sure it contains a devil.
Okay.
He's a pit fiend, I think. And that makes him a devil.
And they're just looking for demons?
Now, let me,
Yeah, it's a 15 card.
Gargoth, devil. Was a former archdevil. Alright, Gargoth is a devil.
Yeah, and then they're looking for demons, correct? Not devils?
Correct.
So Gargoth isn't concerned about it.
What about Muriel's bloodline?
What are you talking about? I'm just a tiefling. I don't actually know what... I was kind of reading a little bit about tieflings, and it says it could be a demon or a devil. It just has to be some sort of fiend.
Right.
But I haven't really thought about it.
Right.
So
And
I can't tell you.
in your character creation to say one way or another.
Right.
Like, what was... There was no... I haven't built a lot of tieflings, so I don't know. But we'll say, they give you the hairy eyeball, but ultimately recognize that you're not a demon. But they want all your soul coins.
Oh, what?
No.
Well, no, we didn't agree to that.
If you turn
Yeah.
over all your soul coins, you'll be able to continue on your way without further harassment.
What if we don't turn over soul coins?
We usually charge people their soul coins, so I don't see this working.
I'm giving you a lawful order, sir. You would need to surrender your soul coins.
You should be paying
Yes,
us for
not
the
a-
inspection.
Wait, he said he's a former, like, high up pit fiend, right?
Right?
And he said that they no longer recognize the hierarchy. So whose lawful system are you following?
We follow our own code, a purer code.
Alright,
Well,
I'm gonna
for-
do something.
Just
I'm-
trying to
I'm-
steal our stuff, basically.
You know who this is? And this was funny because this was all written years ago. This guy is Prigozhin. He's taken his forces and he's gone rogue. He's now fucking off in Belarus. That's what this guy is.
Excellent.
Hell no. Definitely not getting the soul coins.
They are not gonna let you leave without turning over the soul coins. And they say, don't make this ugly.
I wanted to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
We are not the ones making it ugly. You
Yeah,
are.
right. Right.
We also just had a really good meal, so we're all extra, like, beefy right now.
Right?
So, yeah, you really should just stay away from us.
All right.
Have we had a long rest in a while?
Have you had a long rest? No. You did have a short rest, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're not down really a lot.
No.
My current hit points is 69.
Nice.
Plus 20?
I'm fully loaded, ready.
Does the current hit points go up 20, or is it just the
Yes.
max?
Both go up at the same time because when I did it on D&D Beyond, I did the temporary up and it did both.
Okay, so my current is 89, which is less cool. Still. That's good enough. So
Yeah,
we're gonna be done.
I think Dan's making a map right now.
Probably.
I can see the concentration.
Counting out enemies.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
How many
So
rows?
you said 8 of them at one point. I was like,
Where
Yeah,
the-
you know Dan's on-screen face. I can see his eyes usually moving.
But this is one of the groups that Smiler told us about. That he's like,
Yes.
knock him out and you're doing me a
This-
favor.
This is exactly that. I'm just setting up what's going to be a big fight. Looks like the vehicles are here, but I don't think that we're necessarily going to jump on. But who knows? You might jump on and decide, to run away or something.
Run away.
Maybe.
something we do.
Yeah.
I'll climb on top and use it as a sniper's nest.
All right. I need a tormentor, and the tormentor is 4. All right, and then we got 8 on the goddamn demon grinder. Okay.
So do I need to go in and add a mace to my inventory for the rod?
Yes, you would have to. Because if you made the deal, yeah.
No,
Mace
I mean, I added the Rod of Lordly Might, but it doesn't appear in my attack option.
I think it's +3, right? So if you did +3 mace,
Yeah, so, like, it turns into a mace and a spear, so I'd have to go in and add a mace and a spear.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a map ready for us. Let me throw you over here. We kind of roughly, let me draw a bridge too, I guess. Where's my drawing tools? I don't draw a lot. Let's draw, why not red for a bridge? Why not? All right, there's a bridge. I'll say it's longer than that. It's a lot longer. But they're all the vehicles are parked on this side of the bridge, right as you go in there. So this is the force that you're looking at here. This is the Chain Devil introduced himself as someone called Princeps Corvic. And he leads the 8th Remnant, and they're asking for a toll or a tax to be paid of all your soul coins.
Tell them we already paid one.
So to circumvent your way around this would mean a seriously long detour. But hey, we've already kind of discussed that these things can probably go 40 miles in an hour under good conditions. So maybe a detour wouldn't be that bad. Other than that, you guys could kick a little ass and get yourself more vehicles, probably a bunch of soul coins if you won.
This is going to be a tough fight.
Being mesmerized by
Anthony's got a
Felix's
bad
hair.
feeling about this guy.
But they don't want to let you go. So this is not even like you can walk away. They want all your soul coins, even if you walk away.
So we can't just be like, we'll go around and they're not going to let us leave?
Oh, they'll let you. They'll only let you leave under the condition you give them all your soul coins. Now they don't.
Oh,
They maybe don't know exactly how many you have. So you could always try bluffing.
Oh, like a liar.
Right?
but I don't want to give him any.
How many do we have?
So we're
I don't
being
know how many we have. We have... It's in our treasury.
Did anyone take out the one for the dinner?
We have 18. Oh, no. So we have 17.
Yeah, I'm not giving them 17 soul coins.
Nope.
If we give them one or two, they're just gonna think we're lying.
They're not going to believe that because we have 2 vehicles, so we need at least enough to run those.
Yeah.
So who's in the Tormentor? Because this needs to be 4 of you in the Tormentor, and then 8 of you, up to 8 in the Demon Grinder.
I think I was driving the Demon Grinder, right? And you were driving the Tormentor? Because you like...
Yeah. I was driving the bigger one.
You were driving the bigger one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the one that holds more, whichever one that was. Demon Grinder?
Right? Yep, that's the big one. And we got the motorcycle loaded up onto the Demon Grinder being towed around. But with an action, you can release it, and it falls to the ground like when the motorcycle came out of the Batmobile.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
So are we gonna try to run away, or are we gonna
Tom
fight?
Cruise
Because
jump.
I don't want to give them any of our money.
Yeah, I don't think we should give them anything. Screw 'em.
You point and say shoot out, you know what I'm going to do.
It's too bad I couldn't send a message to Smiler. I think wouldn't he have helped us if we contacted him?
He would have. He would have been, one more in your fight against this. But you didn't know you were going to run into these guys today. I decided when I was doing my homework today that I wanted to throw more of these warlords at you, and then I looked at the map and I saw this bridge, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. The 8th Remnant would love to set up on a bridge and just be like, no, give us all your shit.
Oh yeah.
They're like one of the bigger groups, aren't they?
Right?
Yeah, I was about to say we were supposed to build up to this group. I feel like there was one guy, and then there was like a slightly bigger guy.
Oh well.
We're just going for the one with 20 guys.
Yeah, those the bearded devils aren't so bad, but those barb devils are nasty.
Are those the one
ones
that's
in the-
4 or the one? Okay.
Right. Yeah, this one is a bunch of crickendolts.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, the one I'm worried about is the chain devil.
Which one?
He's right in front. This guy.
The leader.
Is it Chain Devil?
Yep. He's Princeps Kovic or Korvic. Is Princeps like a word that I just don't know? Princeps.
The Prince in Training?
In Latin, a word meaning first in order. The first, the foremost, chief, the most eminent, noble, Princeps. So, yep, hey, we learned a new word. Thank you, D&D.
They don't make up all their shit
No.
completely out of their asses, you know? Like, it's just like, there's some history behind this.
Right.
So we gotta try to bluff, or are we just gonna go right at it?
Are you guys fully rested at this point?
Not 100%, no.
Matthew's going to have to defer to his security team.
If you want to retcon that you did a full rest, while or before you left Mahadi's camp, because it's a nice safe place to rest, I can totally give you that. The only thing we have to do in that case is make that pervasive evil saving throw. It's a DC 10 wisdom saving throw that you have to make, or change lawful evil.
Doesn't that technically not apply? Because I remember you saying it's a demiplane.
Oh, right. So you're right. If you rested in the Infernal Rapture, then yeah, absolutely.
And actually, Dagon was not permanent yet on his thing, because remember we had 4 days to make it up to see if it was going to affect his god or not.
Right.
So we spent 24 hours there, right?
We could.
Yes. Yeah,
Then Dagon would not have an alignment problem.
There you go. Fancy and Salim are still screwed.
Right. I was about to say, there's nothing like. I meant to ask this before with the spa, but I didn't think so. There was no way going to the spa would have fixed the alignment issues, right?
So it says the change becomes permanent if the creature doesn't leave Avernus within 4 days. Otherwise, the creature's alignment reverts to normal after 1 day spent on a plane other than the 9 hells. And it says, casting Dispel Evil and Good on the creature also restores its original alignment.
Wait, 4 days? I thought we had to roll a d4 and figure out how many days.
I just said 4 instead of 1d4. But you're right. Yeah, the roll,
okay.
right.
Right, because I remember I only had like 1 day. And I
Right.
was like,
Yeah,
what?
you got an unfortunate roll, right? But again, if we're resting in the infernal rapture, but we're gonna say Mahadi, he was giving you the feast, and that specifically said it only took an hour. As much as you are as welcome guests, if you are sitting in the dining area, you after your 1 hour meal, you would be allowed a reasonable amount of time to hang around, but not necessarily 24 hours. So it's going to cost you one more soul coin to sign up for the spa services, which technically is what you were doing while you were getting your long rest in.
So it'd be 2 gold coins.
So it'd be another soul coin, right?
Yeah, soul coin.
What was the spa rest?
What was?
Yeah, what is that the meal thing and all that?
Right.
Okay.
Still think it's worth it if we're going to take on this
Oh,
TNT.
definitely. Because we are kind of an all or nothing group, aren't we?
Yeah. So,
I mean, is anybody trained in deception?
I
Yep.
can do that.
I am negatively trained.
So Princeps, let's see, is not stupid, but he's also not like super genius. He's human level intelligence. So he knows, without a doubt, you have soul coins because you have infernal war machines, and all infernal war machines are powered by soul coins. So he knows you have some, but he doesn't have any idea how much you do have.
Okay, if
So
we're
if we
gonna
have
do that, we're
2
gonna have to give him at least something. So do we feel like we want to pay this guy to avoid this fight, or are we fighting anyway?
kind of want to do both. I mean,
Well, let me ask it this way: do we want to gain soul coins or lose soul coins right now?
I like money.
I mean, we have 2 machines, so I think we would have to at least offer 2 soul coins. If we can only have.
We'll say for every soul coin you offer, you'll get a +1 on your deception check.
Who has a high deception?
I have a +5.
I have a +7.
I am negatively trained.
Let's say it's a medium difficulty task, so it's a DC 15. And for every coin you offer, you get a +1 in it. You start with Muriel's +5, and then for every soul coin, it will go to 6, 7, 8, etc.
Wait,
To
who
be
has
the
+7?
DC 15.
I do.
Yeah, Salim.
Oh, okay. There you go.
If we want to offer like 1, 2.
Oh my! I could offer guidance on the deception, which is a thief.
I don't think you can, because the demons or the devils are watching you, and they're looking for something like that.
Okay.
So are we trying to get out of here?
I'm just sitting there ready to be sniper either way.
All right. Did you roll your deception check there?
I just wanted to see how many coins we were offering.
So you said 1.
Can I give advantage
Now it would be
since I'm also proficient?
Okay, yeah. Let's roll it again.
I think we should at least give 2 coins.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're gonna say you started with a base 2, and then every one after that was the +1. So they're gonna take 3 soul coins off of you right now, and they're accepting the fact that that's all you got.
So we're just gonna go past them, or are we gonna kill them and get our money back? And their money.
Try to get us a fries round. It's up to you guys. You know me. I'll kill a drive-by.
So
Right now, I think
we
we've
were at
basically
16
bribed.
soul coins, and now I'm putting you to 13.
Yep, we're at 13 right now.
All right.
We
So we
definitely
can-
took the long rest, right?
So I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
We definitely took the long rest at the
Yes.
spot.
Yes. Right now, we're at long rest. We're immune to fear, immune to poison, advantage on the wisdom saving throws, and plus 20 hit points. So, I mean, if you guys want to do it, we can do it, or we can drive by and go on to the next thing.
I want my money back, Fancy.
She still doesn't know how I got a haircut.
It's gorgeous.
I look over at Fancy and I said, the guy with the chains did it.
So what do you
What do you
think?
guys want to do?
We'll immediately attack.
Okay. Attack, yes or no?
Fancy will have no ultimatums put to him.
Well, I'm just trying to see what we're doing.
Can we move past them like
No,
up here?
he's not talking about Ultimatum U. He's talking about Princeps Kovic.
Yeah, are we attacking the prince, or because we can drive by right now and have no more problems, so we can go on to the place, or we can kill them. And I'm fine with driving by and keep going.
Are they still gonna be here? We could come back.
I mean, if this was a lucrative business for them, you'd think they'd stay at the bridge. Or does it look like we just passed them and they happen to be here?
Dan, do they look like they're permanently here, or we're lucky at this time?
I don't know that you could tell that by looking at them.
If they were here long, there'd be stuff on the ground if they're, if we're hanging out for a while.
You would think, but I don't think demons and devils need to eat or sleep.
Okay.
So I don't. Yeah, I mean, let's say it looks like they've been here for for a couple of days at least.
All right.
Maybe longer, but at least a couple of days. They're too well set up not to.
Because to me, this is a 50-50 fight.
You got some boons. You might not ever be this easy if you come back this way or you run into them again. They're police.
We do have the 20 temperate, 20 extra hit points.
Yeah, we're immune to fear right now,
Yeah,
and we're immune to poison, and we have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Since we paid them, would we have a surprise round?
Yeah, do they go off and, drop their guard and...
They just move over to let you pass.
Yeah, but they wouldn't expect us to fight. Or they wouldn't be on it.
We do a roll to maybe get a surprise on them, if we decide to do it.
I think they're too alert.
Okay.
For that right now, they're watching. There's too many eyes on you. Even though you've paid the toll, it doesn't mean they don't give you the hairy eyeball as you drive past. Because they're also looking for demons.
Okay.
And they see a bunch of foreigners, basically, non-natives. It makes them uneasy.
I say I vote for fighting.
I'm in.
My vote is for fighting.
Light
All
them
right,
up.
that's a fight.
All right, so do we want to do this off vehicles, or are we doing pedal to the metal and ramming these things into each other and seeing what happens?
How wide is the bridge? Can we
Do it,
get them
Mongol.
at the choke point and not let them all through?
So the bridge is about 50 foot wide.
So, like, can the big one pass the smaller four? That's what I'm asking. Or would they be stuck behind?
Nope, they could move over.
Well, screw
And if
that.
they're in motion, then there's all sorts of assumed, Fast and Furious driving moves that you could be doing. When you ram into another vehicle, there's rolls for that and stuff. So you could force a vehicle. You could effectively do a pit maneuver on one if you wanted to try to execute a maneuver with your vehicles.
Do you think we'd do better on the vehicles or just going head on at them?
I think we should start on the vehicles. No point in giving up the defense or the weapons we have on the vehicles.
So let's say this guy got out of his bike and he walked forward, and who came out to hand him his 3 coins? I think
If I get
Fancy
out.
did.
Yeah, because I'd be the sniper. I would never go out to hand them.
I mean, I'd get out if someone else could drive the.
Willing to do it. I've got an idea. Fancy doesn't want to do it.
I'm up for a good idea.
Yeah.
Beneath.
I mean, I have polymorph, so I'm thinking I might just, and I don't have to do anything because I'm a psionic sorcerer, so
Right.
I could just cast polymorph and they wouldn't have any idea.
It works that way? Like, you give no outward signs? You don't need verbal or
It's-
somatic components?
Nope, it's basically subtle spell without having the meta magic.
Wow, awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, because you could totally get away with that, and they wouldn't, especially if you were in a vehicle, because you probably have a little bit of cover, too.
I mean, that's Salim's plan because he was really pissed off when this guy is like, we follow our own code and we don't adhere, and that kind of really pissed Salim off because he's like, either follow a code or don't follow a code. Pick a fucking side. You're doing your own bullshit.
I'm going to say go for it. I'll get you back.
Also, I think he's the least intimidating of the group, besides maybe Fancy, who's a superstar. So yeah, I will approach.
It's a different kind of intimidating,
That's true, So I think Salim
You were
approaches.
doing the deceiving, too, which makes sense that you would be the one to step forward then, right?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I hold out my hand, and I'm like, okay, you get 3 coins that we have,
All right.
and as soon as he attempts to grab it, I'm gonna polymorph into a T-Rex.
Okay. All right. And you can do that subtle spell.
That's the coolest thing I've
So
heard today.
I'll give you a surprise round so that none of the other team gets to act in the first round. Just you guys, and then all of them kick into motion. They are all in their vehicles, so they might jump out and fight, or they might drive their vehicles forward. I'm not sure which they'll do yet, but you'll find out when I do. Let's
All right,
let's
let's get
T-Rex.
to it.
Don't we have T-Rex in here somewhere? Yep, we had one, because this is an oldie but
We
goodie. We
must
love
be
this.
angry.
We always seen this a little bit.
I fucking love it. T-Rex killing demons. Excuse me, devils. All right, I need to start rolling initiatives for a lot of people. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think you have to open the tracker.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, I did double check, and it doesn't say how many soul coins these guys have. But let's do the math. What, a soul coin buys you 24 hours on your vehicle, right? So you figure they've got at least one per vehicle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 per day. I would imagine that if they're nice and comfortable here, they've got I'm going to say they've got 25 soul coins in their possession. I think that's a good enough bounty.
Maybe if it doesn't say, that means we're not supposed to fight them.
Oh no, it
If you want
definitely put this in the whole. This is like one of the more warlords of the. This was totally meant to happen. I think it was meant to happen more as a chase fight than a standing fight. But hey, that's how things worked out. So we if shit goes down, you might jump on the vehicles and start to flee, and then it will become a chase. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I see Dagon, Marcus, Muriel, Fancy, Celine, Kyle. All right, we got the owl, we got the raven. The T-Rex is actually Celine. I've got to put Lulu on the board.
Are we telling the
Crickendolt
to stay back, or we tell him to get in there?
Fuck him. He's in. He's fighting for you.
All right.
You need all the help you can get, I think.
Uh-oh.
I mean, maybe you'll breeze through this easier than I think. I do have a tendency of overestimating the monster's odds because I forget how much damage you guys are actually capable of. But I have a tough feeling about this one.
This one's got me a little.
Right? Let's see how it goes. We got an hour to find out. All right, so this Barb Devil is surprised. Surprise. All right. Kyle, you see, as the handoff is going down, that Salim is turned into a big Tyrannosaur.
That's a good thing to do. Just turning on something.
Sure.
Level 3. Or sleep.
First roll's not great. Go to the second one. I'm going after the chain.
Okay.
Actually, I want to see what his AC is.
Looks like it's 16.
Then that hit then. That's why I was rolling just without a sharpshooter to see what his AC was.
Right, and that is
That's magical.
okay. All right. So magical does 5 piercing.
You know what? I'm going to burn it in the first round. I'm going to action surge.
I love it. Pearl Harbor.
All right.
And
13
one
more?
more? Yep, and 1 second, one more. And then I have my bonus action left.
Ooh, a crit. Look at that. 15.
8. Yeah. Yeah. It's 18 actually.
18.
And my bonus action. And I missed.
All right.
All right, that's everything I got.
Muriel.
Chris?
Okay. All right, so we get a whole round. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna shoot the chain devil guy.
Nice. 14.
And I'm gonna make that a enfeebling arrow.
Does he get a save?
It's the first time that I've done this. Yeah, so extra 2d6 necrotic, so I need to roll that. Yeah, so it needs to make a con save.
Ooh. You didn't see it, but you heard it, right?
Yeah, so if he fails, the damage dealt by its weapon attacks is halved.
For how long?
Oh, maybe I don't want to do that now since we're having a surprise round. Because it's only for 1 turn. Sorry, this is the first time I've done this.
That's okay. Gotta feel it out.
Yeah, since it's a surprise round, we won't do that this time.
Okay. Crickendalt turns to Dagon and says, "What should I do?"
The machines have weapons, right?
Say what?
The machines have weapons.
They do.
What, can I tell them to man one of those? What are they, like spears or?
Let's see. So the Demon Grinder has 2 harpoon flingers. Each station requires 1 crew. So Crickendalt could jump into that and make a ranged weapon attack.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you can see this. I want to make sure. Okay. So he shoots the harpoon at the Chain Devil and hits him for 7 piercing damage, which gets halved because he's resistant to non-magical damage. So 3 points of damage. Fancy.
I need a 30-foot cube.
30-foot cube. That's a big cube.
It's a big move.
This is only a 20-foot square.
Okay, I want it to go from here.
Here, let me.
That would be the.
Here, you can move it where you'd like. All right. That's going to get all of them. It's going to get everybody except the Chain Devil, actually, with the 30-foot cube.
Yeah, it would. Wow.
All right. So that's everybody. Okay. So all the bad guys are now in your hypnotic pattern. Each creature in the area sees the pattern make a wisdom saving throw, and a failed save, it becomes charmed. Let me, before we go like down this rabbit hole, let me make sure they're not like immune to being charmed or something. They have magic resistance. All of these guys have magic resistance, so they'll have advantage on their saving throws. So that's important. Okay. Advantage on the saving throws. Here come the bearded devils in the back. And this is a wisdom saving throw. Alright, those are all the bearded devils. Let me do 2 more. Alright. So, alright, so I needed a DC what?
I think it's 16. But I'll check it.
16, okay. I'm looking at your character sheet, and it says your armor class is 13.
Mine's
oh
13,
no,
but I
armor
attached
class.
it
Never
as-
mind. I'm looking at armor class. I should be looking at your spell DC. That's I mixed it up in my head. Sorry.
Yeah.
By the time I looked it up, I
It's
was
16.
remembering the wrong thing. Spells. Yes, your spell save DC is 16. Right. Okay. All right. So starting here, failed, and I'm gonna put a blue dot for hypnotic pattern. Failed. Made it. Failed. Then we got made it. Failed. Made it. Finally. Okay, so where did I leave off? We made it. Okay. And 2 more. Failed. And that takes me down to the 8. And made it. Okay. So, unfortunately, the 2 bearded devils closest to you both made their saves. But more than half the crew of the Demon Grinder have now succumbed to your hypnotic pattern. We're going to roll for the barbed devils next. Wisdom. There's, 4 of them. They have advantage on their saving throws. Didn't I do 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. I only see barbed. I only see 2 barbed.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let me do it again. Alright, so it looks like only 1 of them failed their saving throw. The other 3 are okay. All right, so that's everybody that was caught up. Okay, so on a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. Okay. Fancy taking down a whole swath of them. Lulu.
Now I want to do a bonus action.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to use Mantle of Majesty.
Okay.
And I get to use the command spell. I don't know how far the command spell goes.
I think 60 feet. 30 feet. 60?
I think it's 60.
60 sounds right to me. So who are you commanding?
I'm gonna take a shot at this is within 50 feet. I'm gonna cast the command spell on him.
Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw, I believe. He got an 18, so he beat you.
Okay. I get to do it like 6 months.
Cool. All right, Lulu is what's Lulu gonna do? She's not going to make the tactical error of flying up and getting killed by these things, so she's going to hang back. Celine.
Okay. Since he's the only one in range, I'm gonna bite him.
28 piercing damage?
Yep.
Not magical.
No.
Okay, 14.
You get tail slam too, don't
And
you?
he's trapped.
I can't be on the same target.
Now, is he trapped in your jaws?
Let's see. If the creature is a medium or smaller creature, it is grappled, and the DC is 17.
It is
But
a
he is
medium or smaller creature.
Yep.
And so now he's trapped in the jaws.
Yep, so now he is restrained. He can't beat that.
All right.
Nice.
Put the restrained marker on him. We're skipping through a couple more Barb Devils because they're all surprise, 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 surprise. Mr. Raven.
Who's he gonna... I feel like this guy's already... Let's see, he'll go up and use the help action on one of these barbed devil things. Can you reach them if they're... Because they're kind of like, they're not enclosed in the vehicle, right?
So, some of them have cover to differing degrees.
Okay, but he could still... The Raven could access them, right? If
Let
he
me
went
check
to...
real quick on the Tormentor. So a Tormentor has a helm. Requires 1 crew, grants 3/4 cover. Looks like everybody else is just out without cover. So we'll say the
Okay,
one that's
so-
hypnotized is the one with 3/4 cover.
Okay, so he'll just use the help action on this one over here.
Sounds good. Dagon.
You're muted.
Yeah. I had a plan, but with the leader restrained, let me just do this. So I am going to fireball this middle section
All right.
with believe that is
20 foot.
Throw
20
him a
foot, yeah.
bird.
So that should be
So
all
you
of
can
them.
position that
Go
wherever
light
you'd
'em.
like.
We do it so it doesn't get my bird. Oh yeah, that doesn't get my bird.
I don't want to get those sleeping
This
ones.
one that's
Oh, wait, so I could get him as well as this one, right? Without getting the bird?
Yeah, that's close, but yeah, you pulled it off.
No,
It looks
that's only really affecting these two guys down here. That's not enough to get the Tormentor.
Okay, if you need to, you can kill my bird.
Does it get the boss guy though? Where it is?
Yes.
And that's more. Yeah, okay. So get the boss and then the 3 fights. Or the 2 guys.
The 2 guys, right? Unless you want to go more bang for your buck and go like this way, and you'll kill a whole or get a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, but then you'll break the charm.
Yeah. I really don't want to break the charm.
Right.
kill the
That's,
guys that are attacking.
Let me get. Would that get this one? That's about halfway?
Yeah, you know what? You found it enough.
Okay. Let me.
It's not clear that that you're covering either token exactly 50%, but it looks really close. So DC 21. All right. Okay, so let's see. The bearded devils get a dexterity save with advantage because of magic resistance. 17 and 19, so they both fail. Our friend here. Got a 19, so he failed. Now he's immune to fire damage.
Which one's that? Is that the leader?
The chain devil, right. The bearded devils are immune to fire damage.
Oh.
I wish I knew that before the saving throws.
Why could they always be resistant?
Right. Yeah, no, I assumed that they were resistant. I didn't know they were immune myself.
But
Oh.
this guy, didn't you say you got this guy too?
Wait, so
Did you let him get
right.
this guy?
Yeah, this guy up top, he is immune to
Is
fire
he immune?
damage. Yeah.
Darn it.
Yep.
so they're all immune to fire damage?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
You know what? I'm not but that would save me in the future. Okay.
Right. The owl is doing their thing, offering assistance on the leader, and then flying to safety. Marcus, to end the surprise round.
Yeah, right at the end. Those good old initiative rolls. I don't know if you saw me playing it with it earlier, but I'm not able to set up an aura on my token. Is that
because of the aura health thing? Right.
Health thing.
Right. Every time you try to edit it, it resets it to what the plugin is using it for. So unfortunately, in this setup, you can't do a custom aura.
Okie dokie. Then in that case, I guess I'll use an area of effect template.
There you go.
I got it, so I can control it.
Got it.
30-foot radius. Oh my god, that's bigger than that.
Yeah. So another 2 squares out from each corner.
Jeez.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm using Aura of Vitality.
That's effectively going to get everybody.
Pretty much, almost always. Yeah.
Right. Yep, that's everybody.
And so for 1 minute, I'm concentrating. So for 1 minute, I can use a bonus action to heal 2d6 hit points.
Cool.
All right.
So healing is bonus actions. Yay.
Very good. Now we get to go. Now this guy is in the hypnotic pattern, right? So he's charmed and incapacitated, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep.
All right.
That is correct.
So there's not much he can do about that, and I don't remember anything about getting an extra saving throw. I remember he could either be awoken with an action, or if he took damage, it either woke him up or he got another saving throw.
Yep.
But he doesn't automatically get them on his turn.
I don't remember you saying anything like that.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't
Right,
think
you're
so.
right.
Right.
Incapacitated.
All right, so that Barb Devil is done. This Bearded Devil is done. Kyle.
All right, the one that I have advantage on. Which is the leader.
Right. Who is restrained, which means that attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
And I rolled like absolute dog.
Oof.
All right, my second attack. Wow, I'm rolling like crap. And my final attack with the bonus action.
That's like 2 and 4. That's like 2, 4 and outs with Brady.
Those were the good old days. There you go. There's one. And that's right on the leader for 15.
Yep,
Magical.
correct.
All right. This Bearded Devil uses his action to wake the guy next to him up. Hey, get up. We're fighting. And he's he used his action to do that. Now he's going to use his move. He jumps down off the vehicle and starts to charge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He used his action, so he can't dash. We go to this guy who's going to wake his friend up. And he's going to jump out. He's got a speed of 30. All right. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Muriel.
All right. I'll shoot this. I won't die.
I just had a real bad round.
Oh wait, I have advantage. All right. Eh.
$18.
Yeah.
15 points of damage.
Yeah.
Guess what? You take out the boss before you even got a shot off, thanks to the generous surprise given to you by your dungeon master, who's now regretting his decision. Quick and dull. Harpoon again?
We don't want him getting hit, right?
No, yeah. Have him harpoon. I'm bearded. Like this one.
Missed. Bearded is asleep. Bearded wakes up the guy who's sleeping. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This Bearded is asleep. Fancy.
I mean, I am going to just. I'm gonna have to use. Did I hit?
Which one were you targeting? I mean, you hit either way. That guy. All right. So 25 hit. Let's click that Spirit Fingers for damage. 9 force damage. And you
Did I
can.
hit again?
Yeah, you hit again. For 5 more, so 14.
That has a range on it.
240.
Yeah, I
feet.
took spell sniper. Does that doesn't blow up the hypnotic pattern?
No, hypnotic pattern is a concentration effect, right?
Correct.
Right, I should mark you as concentrated. Let me do that. All right. Okay, so the spirit fingers have done their wiggling, and then we go to this bearded devil who wakes up his friend, and then jumps out the vehicle, running up the side of the bridge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Lulu hanging back. Salim, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
All right. I'm gonna move over here. I can't move my dino token, so I will be moving the sleep token to like here, or at least here.
So like right there.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, big stomping, shaking the ground. You want to go up here?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I'll be able to reach the sky up here. But what I want to do is I'm gonna bite this devil, and then I'm gonna tail attack this guy up here.
You get
Okay.
advantage on this guy because of what my raven did.
Okay, I can't.
Okay,
So I just-
25 hits this guy, right?
Yep.
37 piercing? All right,
Right,
so
right.
half of that is 18.
Yeah.
Still
And
impressive.
so let's see. I have a 10-foot reach, so let me. Is he 10 foot? Or is he 15? I can't tell because of this.
Hey, I got news for you. 15 hit too.
Oh, well, that's good to know. But for this guy, is this 10 or 15 feet? I can't.
Oh, it's not clear? He's sitting like in the middle of 4 squares.
Yeah. So, I just need to know, can I hit him with my tail?
He's got half cover, so he has got a 15 armor class with half cover.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit him with my tail. Ah, okay.
13 points of damage.
And then this guy, same thing with the bite. He's got he will be restrained if he's medium or smaller.
Restrained. All right. All right,
That's
dinosaur
gonna be
doing
terrible.
some damage. Barbed devil. Gonna jump out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash action. 5, 10, 15. Gets the Tyrannosaur in flanking, but he dashed, so he can't do anything. So this guy is down and out. Mr. Raven.
All right. I'll come back and use the help action on this guy.
All right. This fella wakes up his other fella. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's a devil down here. Comes up and hops off his bike and is attacking the Tyrannosaur. He gets 2 attacks, one with his beard and one with his glaive. So here comes the beard. 15. Hit a Tyrannosaur. Let's see. Yep, yeah, it does. So 3 piercing, and the Tyrannosaur has to make a Constitution saving throw or be poisoned.
Does the Hero's Feast affect the Tyrannosaur?
Oh. Well,
Yes.
technically it is you, right?
Right.
Is
I will
we're
say
immune to poison.
it is. Yeah, if you're immune to poison, the animal you changed into is immune to poison.
Alrighty, well, I just take the 3 poison. Also, I have great constitution, but you know what? My rolls have been trash.
Why tempt
Sunday
fate,
is
right?
Sunday was a great example of trash. I am still mad about that shatter damage. That was rude. That was rude of the dice gods.
Dagon.
I'm going to cast the command spell at 2nd level until these two deflate.
This Barb Devil and this Barb Devil? Or this Barb Devil and this Bearded Devil. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright. Wisdom saving throw for the Barbed. Made it. Wisdom saving throw for the Beard. Made it. Anything else for Dagon?
Just gonna have to. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna just move, get out, and walk down there.
Sure.
But that's it.
The owl does its thing.
Yes. That
Against
the one
Right.
floating above the Tyrannosaurus.
All right. This guy back here is going to wake up his friend, and he's going to jump out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This guy's jumping off his thing. 10, 15. With the flanking advantage, this Bearded Devil is going to attack the Tyrannosaur. $20 hits for 5 piercing. And I forgot to attack with the glaive last time. I got so distracted with the beard poison that I forgot to attack with the glaive, didn't I? Does a 15 hit the dinosaur? Yes, it does. So 12 slashing.
Okay.
And it
I guess.
says, if the target is a creature then an under, it must do a DC 12 con save or lose D10 hit points at the start of each of its turn due to an infernal wound.
I have to do a con save?
Yep, DC 12.
Oh, shit, are
Okay,
you kidding
so
me?
you have an infernal wound. I'm going to put a little red dot on your dinosaur to remember. You know what? We'll do it on your token too. An infernal wound. All right. So we'll come back to that because that happens at the start of each of your turns. This devil up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to attack the dinosaur. He gets a multi-attack. He gets 3 attacks, 1 tail, and 2 claws. Claw. 14 hits for 4 piercing. 23 hits for 6 more. And 10 misses. So 10 points of damage to your dinosaur altogether, and then we go to Marcus.
All right.
What's the dinosaur's current hit points, by the way?
I'm at 121.
121. Okay. Does D&D Beyond let you, like, assume the stats of a monster?
So I pulled up the sheet, and that's how I'm like running the attacks off of
Off of D&D Beyond?
off of D&D Beyond. However, I
see.
can't edit like the hit points
Right.
and can't do anything else like that. So I'm making a note. Funny enough, if you click on my profile, I think I have it.
Very good.
But I'm writing it on Discord, keeping
I'll,
track while I'm doing the calculator.
I'll record the damage to the T-Rex so that you don't have to. It's 121 of 136 currently. Okay. All right, Marcus.
Okay, I moved up. I think this guy here gets an op attack.
That's our guy.
That's your guy, right? That's
Oh,
Crickendall.
that's Crickendall. Right. Okay. Let's see. Who is most injured at this point? Looking at auras, they're hard to see.
Right.
T-Rex.
People are on the vehicles. It looks like everybody's pretty full except for the T-Rex.
Okay. Well, I guess
T-Rex is only down 15 hit points out of 136.
Yeah, but that would get rid of the grievous wound, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Magical healing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So bonus action to use my Aura of Vitality.
And she heals for 12.
12.
All right. Back up to 133 of 136.
And then I think... Let's see. We'll just go for a Sacred Flame on one of them. What's the net icon?
Restrained. That one's in the Tyrannosaur's jaws, right?
Yes.
I can still hit him, though?
Half damage to the Tyrannosaur.
Oh, really? Okay. Maybe not then. I'll go with this other one on the left.
Dexterity save.
Wow, that's some shitty damage. Oh. Okay.
Yep.
None then. That's a cantrip.
All right. Back at the top of the round, this barbed devil comes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Going to attack the Tyrannosaur. 7. 22 hits for 9. 18 hits for 12, so 21 total damage to the Tyrannosaur. This bearded devil. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kyle.
He's going to do an odd round with him.
They seem to be swarming the T-Rex.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to do an odd round for me. Puts me in range to get everybody. All right, first thing, bonus action. Everybody. Everybody gets 7 temp hit points.
7? Nice.
Yep, 7.
Even the dinosaur?
Even the dinosaur.
Thank you.
Dinosaur. Through, because I'm not close enough, but this is why I put the owl over it. Another 7. And that takes care of... Yep, that's what I'm going to do this round.
All right.
And now I'm in
Alright,
range.
plus 7 more. 126 or 136 currently. Alright, coming in on the Rex. Beard. Hits for 3 piercing. Glaive hits for 13 slashing. 16 points altogether for the dinosaur. And a grievous wound. But I forgot to take the red dot off when you cured it, but now I don't have to put it back on. See, my forgetfulness paid off.
Is there a
Large
con
red.
save?
No, because she is immune to poison, right?
No, for the grievous wound.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like at the start of my turn.
You don't. You only get the grievous wound with the con save. Right. I'm sorry, I forgot that part. DC 12 con save, please. The anticipation. Is Salim making a con save?
Oh, sorry. My computer just
Oh,
is being
that's okay.
funky. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the past 2 weeks, it's been like, especially when I've been doing Roll20, has been crashing.
Oh, you crushed that con save, so no infernal wound. I gotta take.
Now
off
I
my
do.
That,
No, I have the Infernal Rune wound from the other guy.
but you got magical healing, so it cured it.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize.
Yep. And you don't suffer it this time. This barbed devil over here gets to go. So let's see what he does. He's got 2 claws and a tail. Hit. Miss. Oh. We'll call that a miss. It's the same anyway. Okay. Alright, so 1 hit for 9 damage on the T-Rex. T-Rex is at 101. Muriel.
Alright. I'm going to shoot this guy. Because that's where my raven went.
Nice, 16 magical damage.
Okay, so this time I'm gonna make that be a enfeebling arrow.
Okay.
So he gets 2d6 extra necrotic damage.
10 more necrotic, okay.
Yeah, and now he needs to make a con save.
Minus 10. Con save. Advantage, magic resistance. Crush it.
Okay, so he made it. So he doesn't take. Okay.
Alright. Crickendalt, fire harpoon again? Fancy? Or should Crickendalt get out and fight?
Harpoon it.
No, he's asking fancy.
Oh, okay.
Well, Crickendall,
Yeah. What should I do?
I get out there. You gotta get out there, man. Get out there and fight.
Which one?
I would fight this guy right here.
5, 10, 15, 20. He goes up on
That
his...
guy's-
He hit for 5 piercing. And missed.
Well, now he's in the fight. That's good.
Is immune to poison and the poison condition, so he doesn't have to bother with the Constitution saving throw, but he does have to take his 5 points of damage. Actually, because of magic resistance, then it's only 2. Alright. Bearded Devil. way back here. The runt from behind. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Attacking the bird. 19 hits for 7 damage. I think I killed Muriel's bird.
Why does everybody always kill my bird? Yeah.
He got to the end of his movement and he had an attack, and there was no one else to around to attack, so he swung
So
at the bird.
mean. What a jerk.
Right? And it poof disappears.
There's just no word.
All right, Fancy.
All right, I'm gonna attempt a coup de grace. I wish I knew all the turns. I had my eye on this guy,
Right?
so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it.
All right, Crown of Madness on this barbed devil. He gets a wisdom save with advantage. Made his save.
Well, that blows.
Right.
All right, keep dropping.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Lulu asks Fancy what she should do.
Lulu, you got to get out there and make a distraction.
She says, "Okay, I'll do my best." And she flies out.
Yep.
She flies out. She takes a big breath in. And then she blasts her snout into a trumpet, which creates a 30-foot cone of energy. And let's say she wants to do... Let's say she does the Trumpet of Blasting. Each creature in a 30-foot cone of energy. So I need a 30-foot cone for Lulu, right?
This is getting good.
Right, she hits all these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them with the Trumpet of Blasting. So each creature in the cone must make a Constitution saving throw, and a failed save, they take 5d6 thunder damage. Thunder damage to which I don't think they're immune or resistant. Okay, so let's start. Wow, this is going to be complicated. Okay. All right. DC 14 con save for the bearded devils in the group. Con save advantage. Here we go. Bearded devil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you got 2 of them.
Okay, so DC 14. 1, 2. Right. So they take 5d6 damage. 21 damage. Alright. So the ones that passed take 10. The ones that failed take 21. Failed, he takes 21. 21. Okay. And I go to this guy. He passed. He takes 10. This guy here failed. He takes 21. The other two made it, so they take 10. Didn't know Lulu was capable, did you? All right, I'm gonna get rid of this. All right, and now there was 2 barbed devils who need to also make their con saves. Advantage, con save, made it, failed. Okay, so 10 and 21.
The one that's being held.
Oh, yeah. I guess he really wasn't there, was he, then? That's all right. I already recorded it. We'll just leave it that way. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll keep... he took... How much damage? The barbed devil... Both barbed devils made it, right? No, one failed. The second one failed. No, the...
Second one failed, first one made it.
All right. So the second one there wasn't available. He was in the jaws of the Tyrannosaur, so I've got to put 21 points back on this guy. Now, if Salim wants to agree to drop him, I'll keep the 21 points of damage on him. Other than that, I'm going to add 21 hit points back and put him back in your mouth.
I see an opportunity where it is.
Okay.
I'll drop him.
You saw Lulu lining up. You dropped him. He took the 21 points. Okay, so no longer restrained. All right. And I know we're a few minutes past the hour. My plan is to come down to the end of the round, and then we'll save it there. But Salim, the Tyrannosaur, what do you got?
All right. Well, this is quite the situation. I just want to check my spells again. Oh, that would be good. Okay. While I still have the T-Rex form, I'm gonna focus on whoever I can focus. So many targets. I will pick up. I'm gonna bite this spiny devil. If you can sing it pinging, I don't know. My roll 20 is like lagging right now.
Yeah, I don't see the ping.
So it's the one like upper left to Dagon.
Upper left today. Okay, so this guy over here.
Yes.
Okay.
Saw your ping. I'm gonna bite him.
He's got an armor class of 15, so you hit for 15 points of damage. And now he's got to what? Make a...
Well, if he's he's grappled. I mean, he just has to be medium or smaller. But in order to get
grapple, okay.
Yeah. It only ends if he can escape, making a DC 17. I assume strength check.
Is he grappled or restrained?
It says the creature is grappled, and until the grapple ends, the creature is restrained.
So both. Okay.
I can't bite anyone else.
Right.
So both. And then I'm gonna make a tail attack at one of the... You know what? I'm going to make a tail attack at the devil in front of Lulu.
Okay.
I don't like him being so close to her.
10 points of damage.
Stay away.
All right. Isn't that it for Miss Rex?
Yep. I'm not going to move.
All right. This is the barb devil that's grappled and restrained in your mouth, right? So, grappled,
yes.
His speed is 0. Restrained, his attack rolls against the creature, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. He's trying to attack the Tyrannosaur that's biting him. So he's going to be at disadvantage for these attacks. What's the T-Rex's armor class?
13. So that first attack hits with the... no, the 12 doesn't hit. That's what I
Right.
meant to say.
So a total of 14 damage to the T-Rex. The T-Rex is now at 87 hit points left. This chain devil here, he dissolved. I think he's dead. You killed him on his native plane. He's dead. Take him out of the equation here. All right. Attacking the T-Rex. Miss, right? And a hit for 9 slashing.
Yes, the 9 slashing hits.
T-Rex is at 78 hit points, is making a con save to see if it gets an infernal wound. You can do the con save.
Yep. Come on. It's
Nice,
best
okay.
stat.
No infernal wound. Then we go to Dagon.
Alright, I am going to cast bonus action Field of Faith for Market.
Okay. That's
So
a
that's a-
concentration effect for Dagon,
Yeah. So it's a +2 to his AC.
right?
And then Fancy's in the
Still in
In
the
the vehicle,
demon
right?
grinder, right?
Can I yell at him? Can he hear me from there?
Sure.
I'm gonna yell at him and tell him to just run over the demons.
Start
Can he drive it?
ignition, right? Yeah, he can totally
Yeah,
slip
start the
into the
engine.
driver's seat.
Alright.
Yeah, and then
Alright. Demons, baby. Okay.
on your next turn, just do that, and then that's my main action.
Feel that fire run.
My silver flail on this guy.
Okay. That's a silver flail, not a magical one.
Yeah, just silver.
You're not using the new
Good
weapon you got?
enough. Silvered weapon is all you need. All right, 21 hits, 10 points of damage.
And then I'm gonna do my action surge and do it again.
Cool, cool, cool.
And that's
Ooh, not as much that time. All right.
that's it.
Mr. Owl.
He is going to do the help action on the one below Marcus.
Okay. This bearded devil here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. Attacking the T-Rex. Hit for 6. Hit for 4, 10 points of damage and a con save. T-Rex has 68 hit points left. Con save for the T-Rex against the infernal wound. That's a con save for Rebecca.
Sorry, my dad just walked by.
worries.
Con save.
Nice. Okay, no infernal wound. You've been dodging that wound. Here comes Claw, and I've been forgetting all about all this flanking that is going on here. So there's a hit. There's a miss. Tyrannosaurus armor class 13, so 12 is a miss. All right, and then the tail. 2 hits, 17 points of damage. Tyrannosaurus is at 51 points of damage, or 51 hit points left. Marcus.
Okay, bonus action to heal the T-Rex.
15 puts him back to 66.
And I'll Sacred Flame this guy right here.
Okay. $21.
Okie dokie.
All right. So that takes us to the top of round 4, and for 15 minutes past the hour, this is turning into an exciting fight. I love the visual here of just these two forces meeting each other at the bridge, kind of stepping out of your vehicles to meet, and then just everybody just piling in. I can imagine if the tides start to turn, some of these devils might try to jump on a vehicle and escape, so this could still lead to a chase, who knows. But I had fun with it, and I hope you guys did too. And we will see a bunch of you tomorrow night for some exploratory work on putting Baldur's Gate groups together, and which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And it's confirmed in the official release that you meet refugees from Elturel, a bunch of tieflings. And the official story is that basically after Elturel went to hell and came back, that everybody in Elturel was all of a sudden looking at tieflings like, this was your fault, and they kicked them out. So it was a real racist thing, but the game Baldur's Gate is kind of picking up with the immediate aftermath of this campaign. So it would be just a fun kicking off point. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to let you all go, and we will see you all in the chat. And have a great week.
I could play with you guys on PS5.
Yeah, PS5. It looks like Baldur's Gate. I don't know that it's out yet, though. It
No.
might have a release date like a month in the future, I think.
I think it's October, I think.
Yeah. Oh, October. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
so you'll have to. Don't worry. We'll still be playing by then.
So is the next campaign release going to be after Avernus going into Baldur's Gate 3? Like a D&D campaign that does that?
Oh, no. I don't want to discourage anybody, but I have my eyes on a little DM break after Avernus of.
No, I mean a release from them, not necessarily you. Like, are they going to release something like that?
Like an official.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Just tie it all together.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is probably going to stand on its own and not. Yeah, I don't know. It depends. If it's successful enough, and it certainly has been successful thus far, who knows what could happen. But anyway, I will bid you all good night, and thanks for playing, and we will see you again real soon.
So tomorrow's at
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, and Kyle, for example, I think he said he couldn't show up till 8, which starts raising an interesting question of, like, do our West Coast people want to play together because the time works better? But this is stuff we'll get all sorted tomorrow. We'll see, by the time 8 o'clock rolls around tomorrow, we should have everybody who's interested in playing in the room, and then we can start to divide things up.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one all.
Okay.
All right, have a good one.
See you guys next time.